Imagine you contact a company about a missing order through web chat. The chat agent can't fix it, so you call. The person on the phone asks for your order number, your address, and the whole story again. Then they transfer you, and you repeat everything a third time. That isn't a customer problem, it's a systems problem. Welcome to another Microsoft Knowledge Nuggets episode on M365 FM. I'm Mirko Peters, and we're looking at Dynamics 365 Contact Center in plain English. By the end, you'll understand how it pulls calls, messages, customer context, and agent help into one connected place. Think of a busy office building where customers arrive through the front desk, the phone room, and the message desk. Staff can still find the same customer file. That's the idea. What Dynamics 365 Contact Center actually is. So, what exactly is Dynamics 365 Contact Center? It's Microsoft's cloud service for handling customer conversations across phone calls and digital channels from one workspace. That sounds like a lot of product language. Let's break it down. A contact center is the part of a business that deals with live customer contact. Imagine a customer calls about a bill, another starts a web chat about a delivery, a third emails because they can't sign in. The contact center receives those requests, sends them to the right person, and helps that person respond. Dynamics 365 Contact Center puts that work in the cloud. The company doesn't need a separate old-style phone system in a back room just to take customer calls, but it's much bigger than a phone system. A phone system handles calls. This one handles calls and also supports digital conversations like web chat, SMS, email, mobile experiences, and social messaging. The exact channels a company uses depend on its setup. The point stays the same. Customer requests arrive through different doors and reach the people who can help. Now, most people hear Dynamics 365 and assume this must be another customer relationship system. It isn't. A customer relationship system, often called a CRM, holds the wider customer record. That includes who the customer is, what they bought, open cases, past service requests, and notes from the business relationship. Dynamics 365 Contact Center focuses on the live conversation. Think of the CRM as the customer filing cabinet. It stores the customer story over time. The contact center is the service desk in front of that filing cabinet where calls and messages arrive and people work through issues as they happen. Those two things can work closely together. If a company uses Dynamics 365 customer service, the contact center can work alongside its cases, customer records, and knowledge articles. An agent can handle a conversation while looking at the customer information needed to solve the problem. But here's the thing. A company doesn't need to replace its existing CRM just to use Dynamics 365 Contact Center. That's a big part of the product. A business might already use another customer system and still want Microsoft for its contact center tools. Microsoft provides a Salesforce connector. Other connections can use tools like Power Automate. The goal is simple. Keep the customer data where the business already keeps it, while giving agents a better place to manage customer contact. Now, a contact center involves several people. First, you have the customer. They want an answer without being passed around. Then you have the service agent, the person answering a call, chat, email, or message. You may also have an AI agent handling simple questions before a human joins the conversation. And behind the scenes, supervisors watch queues, review service activity, and help teams improve how they respond. All of those jobs connect inside Dynamics 365 Contact Center. The old approach often meant separate tools for separate channels. A phone agent lived in one system, a chat agent used another, email sat in an inbox somewhere else. Every tool carried its own view of the customer, and staff switched screens all day. Dynamics 365 Contact Center brings those conversations into one workspace with shared context around the customer interaction. That doesn't magically fix a bad service process. A confused policy is still a confused policy. Poor customer information is still poor customer information. What it can do is remove the extra doors between a customer request and the person trying to solve it. So instead of treating a phone call and a web chat like unrelated events, the contact center can treat them as parts of the same customer story. Let's follow one of those customer requests from the first message through to human help. The customer journey, from first question to human help. So imagine Maya just ordered a coffee machine online, and when the delivery date comes and goes with nothing showing up, she opens the company website and types into the chat box. "Oh, where is my order?" At first, Maya does not need a real person. An AI agent can ask for her order number, check the delivery status, and answer simple questions. If the carrier delayed the package by one day, she gets an instant answer without waiting in a queue. This kind of self-service works best for common, clear requests like checking an order status, changing an address, finding store hours, or reading a return policy. But Maya Automa's situation is different because the order page says the machine was delivered, yet it items not at her door. That needs a human being who can look into the details, investigate the delivery, and decide what happens next. Before Maya ever gets to a human, the AI agent can collect useful information like her order number, address, and the delivery record showing the package arrived. It also identifies the issue as a missing delivery. When Maya asks to speak with someone, the agent does not start over because the person who picks up can see everything. What Maya typed, what the AI agent found, and why this got handed off. Maya never has to say, "Oh, I already explained all of this." Ew, that small detail makes the whole experience feel completely different. Voice calls work the same way. Picture Maya calling support instead of using chat. Rather than pressing 1 for this and 2 for that through a long recorded menu, a conversational voice agent can ask her what she needs in normal words. She might say, "Oh, me order says delivered, but I don't have it." Ayo, the voice agent can ask for the order number, confirm a few details, and gather the reason for the call before a human agent takes over. This type of phone self-service is called an Interactive Voice Response System, or IVR. That name sounds technical, but it simply means the system that talks to callers before they reach a person. In Dynamics 365 Contact Center, that first conversation can use AI to understand what the customer means rather than relying only on a rigid chain of button choices. Still, a voice agent should never become a wall between the customer and real help. If Maya needs a person, the handoff needs to happen cleanly. The human agent should receive the conversation details, not make Maya start again. A good contact center uses self-service to remove easy work while keeping a clear path to a person for problems that need judgment. Customers reach out through many channels: email, text, mobile app, or social messaging platforms the business has connected to its contact center. From the customer TMS view, the channel is just the door they chose that day. Maya might start with web chat during lunch, then send a message later because she TMS away from her laptop. The business needs to recognize that those contacts can relate to the same missing order and that history should travel with the request. When a conversation moves from an AI agent to a service agent or from one person to another, the previous messages and gathered details can come along. An agent can see the path that brought Maya there instead of guessing from a short note like, "Oh, customer has delivery issue." Sometimes the company does not wait for Maya to reach out. If its systems spot a delivery failure, it can send a message first. That message might explain the problem, give a new delivery date, or provide a link for the customer to choose another option. That's proactive engagement. Done well, it saves customers from chasing an answer. Done badly, it becomes another unwanted message, so it needs good customer data and a clear reason for reaching out. Either way, every customer request needs a destination, and the system needs to decide who should receive it, when they can take it, and what information should go with it. Routing. The digital reception desk. Once Maya asks for a person, the system needs to decide where her request should go. Picture routing like the reception desk in a large company. Every visitor arrives with a reason, and reception checks what they need, sees who is available, and points them to the right department. A contact center does the same thing with customer requests. A phone call about a missing delivery should no tempt land with someone who only handles billing, and a chat about a password reset should no tempt wait behind a queue of product return questions. The goal is to put each conversation in front of someone who has the right skills and enough room to take it on. Microsoft calls this unified routing, which just means the same routing idea works across different channels, or whether it's a voice call, web chat, SMS, email, or social message, they all follow rules that direct work to the right team. Without that shared approach, each channel can turn into its own little island. Phone calls follow one set of rules, chat follows another, and email lands in a shared mailbox, waiting for someone to notice it. Customers feel the result when they land in the wrong place or wait far longer than they should. With Dynamics 365 Contact Center, a company can create queues. A queue is simply a waiting area for work, like a billing queue, technical support queue, returns queue, or sales queue. When Maya TMS request comes in, the system places it in the queue that fits her issue, and routing looks for an agent who can handle that type of work. But it does just pick the next name on a list. The system looks at whether an agent is available, what skills they have, how much work they already have, and what channel they're set up to handle. An agent already managing several chats might not have room for another one, and someone trained on delivery problems might be a better fit than someone who mainly handles account changes. So routing is more than sending a message from point A to point B. It's deciding who can give the customer a useful answer with the least delay. Imagine two agents. One knows the delivery system very well but is already on a call, and another is free but only handles billing. The contact center can wait for the right skilled agent based on the rules the business has set, instead of sending Maya to the first free person. Those rules matter. If a company sets them badly, customers can still end up waiting too long or reaching the wrong team. The software can follow the rules quickly, but people still need to decide what a sensible service process looks like. Sometimes the first agent learns that a conversation belongs elsewhere. Maybe Maya's missing package becomes a question about a payment reversal. The agent can transfer the conversation to another queue, and the next person should receive the context already collected, rather than treating it like a brand new request. There is also a consultation option, where the agent can ask an expert for help while staying responsible for the customer conversation. Picture a support agent who needs a quick answer from someone in the delivery team. They can bring that person into the work without telling Maya to call back later and start over. The customer gets help from the person who knows the answer, and the first agent stays present. That is often better than a cold transfer, where a customer suddenly hears a new voice and has no idea whether anyone understood the problem. Supervisors can also watch the queues as work arrives. If a particular queue fills up, they can see demand building and respond before customers wait too long. Good routing does not guarantee a good answer, but it removes a common source of frustration, being moved from department to department because nobody can see where the request belongs. Getting Maya to the right person is only half the job though, because that person still needs enough context to solve the problem without digging through separate tools. The agent workspace. One screen for the full conversation. Maya UTM's request reaches you as an agent, but you don't know, you might just get a notification saying, oh, customer needs help, or you get the full picture. With Dynamics 365 Contact Center, you have one workspace for both voice and digital conversations. Whether Maya calls or uses chat, the screen looks the same. That saves time and cuts down on things getting lost. You can see who the customer is, which channel they used, and all the details linked to the current conversation. Depending on how the company connects its customer system, that same view can pull up past contacts, open cases, notes, account details, and related service work. For Maya, that might show her order number, the earlier chat, delivery status, and notes from her last contact. Instead of jumping between 5 different tabs, you focus on finding her missing machine. This shared view also matters when Maya calls back tomorrow because the replacement order still has no tomat arrived. A new agent can see the previous conversation and what was already done. When Tim's already frustrated, nobody has to rely on Maya remembering every detail. Now, calls bring a different problem. People talk faster than they type. With live transcription, the spoken conversation turns into text. You can follow along, catch anything you missed, and review it later. Translation also helps teams support customers who speak different languages. If you don't that speak Maya Au as language, the contact center can translate the conversation in real time. That does not replace good service or careful wording, especially with sensitive topics, but it gives you a way to help when language would block the conversation entirely. Long customer interactions get messy fast. A chat might have 20 messages. A call could involve a bot, one agent, a transfer, and a specialist. By the time the next person joins, reading everything takes longer than solving the problem. That utems when conversation summaries come into play. Instead of reading the full transcript, the next person gets a short summary of what the customer needs, what utemes already happened, and what still needs action. That helps during handoffs, when a supervisor joins, or when the next shift takes over an open case. But you still need to verify the details. A summary is a starting point, not proof that every word is correct. The workspace can also show sentiment signals during the conversation. In plain English, the system flags language that suggests a customer is calm, unhappy, or getting more upset. Suppose Maya starts polite, then types, Au Yauten, I've contacted you 3 times and nobody will help. Oh, that shift in tone shows up as a signal for you. Itautm is not a score to judge customers. Itautm is not mind reading. People use words differently. A system can misunderstand tone. Treat sentiment as a reminder to pay closer attention, not as a reason to assume anything. During the call with Maya, you might need an answer fast AU, the delivery policy, a script for confirming an address, or a way to link the conversation to an existing case, add notes, or find a canned response. All those tools live inside the same work area. Knowledge Search lets you browse approved help content while the customer waits. Scripts walk you through company-defined steps, and suggested replies can save typing for routine messages, but you should always read them before sending. A pre-written message that does not fit can sound worse than no message at all. Sometimes you need backup from a coworker who knows the product, process, or customer better. That temes when Microsoft Teams enters the picture. You can pull in an expert through Teams while keeping the customer engagement open. The expert helps answer the question without forcing Maya through another transfer. She gets a better answer, and you stay in control of the conversation. So the workspace gives you the customer story, the live conversation, and all the help you need around it. You still make the service decisions, but Copilot can handle some of that repetitive admin work. Copilot and AI agents help before, during, and after the conversation. Copilot and AI agents sound similar. People mix them up all the time, but they actually do different jobs. Copilot helps you while you're out and reworking or finding information, suggesting replies, creating summaries, and helping with notes. An AI agent, on the other hand, can handle a defined task on its own. That could be answering a routine question, collecting details, or creating a case after you confirm the action. Think of Copilot as help sitting right beside you. An AI agent takes care of a specific task before, during, or after the conversation. Before you even join in, an AI agent can ask questions and narrow down what the customer needs. Microsoft has names for these, the Customer Assist Agent and the Customer Intent Agent. The names are fancier than the actual job. The Customer Assist Agent handles simple self-service requests and passes harder problems to you. The Customer Intent Agent looks at customer conversations and figures out why people are reaching out. Imagine Maya writes, "Our coffee machine never arrived, but the tracking page says it did." Oh, the system recognizes this looks like a delivery problem, so it can ask clarifying questions about the order number or delivery address before you jump in. That gives you a much better starting point. During the conversation, Copilot helps you find approved knowledge, draft responses, and suggest questions to move the case forward. If you need to explain a return rule or figure out the next step for a missing delivery, you don't want them to have to remember everything. You can search the company knowledge base right there with the customer, but that does not mean Copilot should speak for you without review. A suggested reply is just a suggestion. You read it, you check if it fits the situation, you tweak it if needed, then you decide whether to send it. That human check really matters. A customer with a missing parcel does admit to just need a polite "oh" who understand your concern. Ayo, they need someone to check the delivery record, decide on the next action, and explain it clearly. Copilot can cut down the typing involved, but it cannot take responsibility for the decision. Once the conversation ends, the admin work kicks in. You have to write notes, record what happened, update the case, and make sure the next person can pick it up. That are times where summaries save time. Copilot can draft a summary with the issue, actions discussed, and next steps. In some setups, AI agents can also prep case details from the conversation. That way you spend less time copying info from a chat or call into fields, but you always check the result before it becomes part of the customer record. The same pattern applies to knowledge articles. If my Artemis issue reveals a common problem with a delivery partner, an AI agent can suggest creating a help article and even draft one from the case notes, but you need to review it. A bad article spreads bad advice fast. Someone has to check the wording, confirm the steps, remove customer details, and approve it before other agents use it. AI also supports the people running the contact center. The quality assurance agent helps supervisors review conversations for service quality, policy checks, and coaching needs. Instead of manually going through every call, supervisors use AI to find the interactions that need attention. The service operations agent focuses on the back-end work, the day-to-day tasks of keeping the contact center running. But neither tool replaces the supervisor post-S judgment. A metric can flag a problem, but it cannot explain every situation. A short call might mean you solved something fast, or it might mean the customer gave up. People have to look at the context. So here comes the sensible way to look at AI in Dynamics 365 Contact Center. It can handle routine work, pull together information, and help you move faster. It cannot fix unclear policies, missing customer data, or a service team that does not have the authority to solve problems. And for any of this to work, the contact center needs to connect with the customer systems and communication tools the company already uses, as how it fits into Microsoft and existing customer systems. Here's the thing. Dynamics 365 Contact Center handles the conversation, but your customer record stays exactly where it already lives. If you're already on Dynamics 365 Customer Service, agents can pull up cases, customer details, and service history right beside the live conversation. Now, if your company runs Salesforce, Microsoft offers a connector to link those systems together. For other customer platforms, you can use Power Automate, but that means careful setup and testing. Think of Dataverse as the central filing cabinet where all the connected data lives. Behind the scenes, Dynamics-based setups use it to store everything. As an agent, you don't need to worry about the technical details. What matters is that the right customer information shows up when the conversation arrives. For voice calls, the platform taps into Teams Phone or Azure Communication Services. Because Teams is already there, an agent can instantly message an internal expert for help during a live contact. Access needs control too. That's where Entra ID steps in. It decides who can sign in and what they can open, so customer conversations and records aren't visible to everyone in the company. The LUD. Who it fits, and the first question to ask. So who is this for? It works for organizations that manage a steady flow of calls and digital messages, especially when agents need one place to manage it all. This also fits a company that already uses another CRM but wants Microsoft's contact center tools. If you already use Dynamics 365 Customer Service, compare this product with Dynamics 365 Customer Service Premium before picking licenses, because Premium bundles customer service work and contact center capabilities into one package. But let me ask you one question first. Where does your customer information live, and can every agent see the right parts of it during a conversation? Because AI alone won't fix a disconnected setup. Conclusion. One connected front desk. Dynamics 365 Contact Center brings customer messages, routing, agent context, and AI help all to one front desk. Your team stops hunting for information and just solves problems. The real power is everything working together without switching screens. Subscribe to Microsoft Knowledge Nuggets on M365 FM and share this with anyone starting their customer service journey.